Thank you. Good morning. Thank you all for having been here today. Before I begin, I'd like to acknowledge some of the people and partner agencies who have been here supportive of my efforts over this past year, including my husband, President Trump. Thank you. Please sit down. Vice President Mike Pence and Mrs. Pence, Cabinet Secretaries Alex Azar, Betsy DeVos, Elaine Chao, Alex Acosta, Robert Wilkie, Stephen Mnuchin, and Acting Secretary Kevin McClellan. Leadership from the Office of the National Drug Control Policy, the U.S. Drug Enforcement Agency, the National Safety Council, the United States Agency for International Development, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and the Office of Management and Budget. I'm grateful for your support. Thank you all for taking the time out of your busy schedules to be here today. I'd also like to recognize some of the organizations that have traveled to be here today and have become true partners with my office. They include the Community Anti-Drug Coalition of America, Students Against Destructive Decisions, Twitter, Nationwide Children's Hospital, Facebook, Nicholas Children Healthcare Foundation, Amazon, Lily's Place, Snap, Google, and Cincinnati Children's Hospital Medical Center, to name a few. There are so many organizations that have worked alongside my office at the past year. On behalf of our grateful nation, I cannot thank you enough for all you are doing on behalf of children. Your work is saving lives and helping children, and I believe there is no greater gift you can give to this country. Thank you. I always said as a mother and First Lady, it concerns me that today's fast-paced and ever-connected world can make children less prepared to express or manage their emotions, causing them to turn to forms of destructive actions such as bullying, unhealthy habits, risky online behavior, drug abuse, and addiction, or even suicide. 1 year ago today, I announced Be Best, an awareness campaign dedicated to the children of this country and all over the world. Be Best has 3 pillars: the well-being of children, online safety, and opioid abuse. And it continues to have one goal, which is to educate children and parents about the issues they face and promote programs and services available to help them with today's challenges. My office has spent the past year listening to and learning from children, parents, medical professionals, teachers, leaders in technology and social media, and many others who have a stake in vital issues that can affect the next generation. In fact, this past year has shown me that children are vulnerable to more than just social media, and I so expanded one of my pillars to online safety. I look forward to using Be Best to promote any digital programs that make online safety and digital citizenship a priority in today's technology-driven world. I have also expanded my focus of the dangers of opioid abuse to include kids of all ages, and will continue to work with partner agencies to highlight and promote the programs and resources available for all who struggle with addiction. Since announcing Be Best, I have visited schools and hospitals and visited 15 states to promote and highlight some of the successful work being done by so many on behalf of children. I have participated in children's events, including speaking engagements focused on one or more of the pillars of Be Best. I have the opportunity to meet with more than 30 foreign diplomats, head of state, of spouses, to exchange ideas on the challenges children are facing all over the world, and have hosted or participated in 18 writing tables and policy briefings. I'm also proud to reconvene the Interagency Working Group on Youth Programs in order to build upon the good work being done by our agencies and the government. I travel internationally to 9 countries, including my solo trip to Africa, where our partners partnered with USA to visit beautiful countries of Ghana, Malawi, Kenya, and Egypt to speak with children about Be Best and also educate myself about the different cultures and challenges with each community. While in Africa, I felt it was important that people throughout the continent and world understand that the United States cares. It is a fact that our own country is safer and stronger when people across the globe have opportunity, when our trading partners are flourishing, when nations around the world can withstand crisis, and when societies are freer and more democratic. I'm thrilled to see the ambassadors of Malawi, Kenya, and Egypt, and the Minister of Embassy of Ghana in attendance. Thank you, each of you, for being here today. The trip was very special to me, and it is something I will never forget. I was heartened to hear that after our visit to Malawi, a member of our advanced team was so moved by the visit and the children in the Chipala Primary School that she started a GoFundMe page on her own time and raised enough money to build a new school classroom for the school. I've seen the pictures of the construction and wanted to make sure that moment that we recognize Carolina Hurley for not only working as a volunteer on the trip, but for understanding and implementing one of the pillars of Be Best to make a true difference in the lives of children. Thank you, Carolina. Please stand up. Thank you. Thank you. I'm also excited to announce that for the first time in history, the United States Agency for International Development has appointed a Be Best ambassador. Ms. Julie Cram was appointed in March and will act as our point of contact for moving Be Best forward with that agency. Thank you for being here today, Julie. Thank you. Thank you. On this one-year anniversary of my initiative, I call on all of our partner agencies to appoint a Be Best ambassador who will serve as a liaison between my office and their respective agency to better highlight and promote the programs and services offered to parents and children on behalf of the US government. I'd now like to take a moment and introduce 3 individuals I have worked with over the past year and who have done tremendous work in not only helping children, but also educating me on how to be better to use my platform to help the next generation. Dr. Francis Collins is director of the National Institute of Health and oversees the work of the largest supporter of biomedical research in the world, spanning the spectrum from basic to clinical research. He is an elected member of the National Academy of Medicine and the National Academy of Sciences, was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in November 2007, and received the National Medal of Science in 2009. We have worked with NIH on several occasions, and I continue to be impressed to their commitment to treating the whole child, both physically and emotionally. Toni Tones-Whitley is the president of the US public sector of Microsoft. She is passionate about leveraging technology to create positive societal and global impact and is one of the leading women in her field. I had an opportunity to visit Microsoft in Washington State in March and was impressed by all they are doing, especially in the area on online safety. Eric Bowling. Eric Bowling is an anchor and host of America This Week and a 2-time New York Times best-selling author. He is currently on a 15-city tour speaking about the opioid epidemic. In 2017, Eric lost his only child, Eric Chase, to an accidental opioid overdose while attending the University of Colorado. I have worked with Eric on many occasions and greatly admire how he has turned his grief to help children. It is now my honor. It is now my honor to ask Dr. Collins to say a few words followed by Mrs. Tony Whitley and Eric Bolin. Thank you all for those kind words and for the work you have done and will continue to do to help children succeed and grow. As I said at my campaign launch a year ago, I'm here with one goal, which is to help children reach their full potential so they can grow up happy, healthy, and contribute positively to society and the world. With that goal always in mind, we must continue our work to do what we can to affect positive change for our children. Through character education programs, children can learn the importance of social and self-awareness, positive relationship skills, and responsible decision-making. Once a child understands these vital skills, they will be able to live out the tenets of mutual respect, compassion, and self-esteem, and understand the impact that can be made when all of these values and attributes are made a priority. In fact, we have some people here today who I consider to be absolute examples of what it means to be best. I recently learned about the Jackson family in Minnesota and how the Farmington High School Rouge Robotics team built a personalized and modified power wheelchair for 2-year-old Cillian Jackson when all other options were available. Inspired by Cillian's story, the mother of 5-year-old Rocco Zacco reached out to Rouge Robotics for help. Rocco has a rare form of dwarfism and limited ability. Using plans donated to them by the organization Go Baby Go, the students modified another power car into a motorized wheelchair by rewiring, coding, and programming the chair's electronics, redesigning the joystick, and customize the seat just for Rocco. Over the last few weeks, the team has been hard at work, and I'm happy to say that members of the Farmington High School robotics team and their coach Spencer Elvabach are at the White House with us today to present Rocco and his parents, Kaine and Jeremy, with their new power chair. This is truly what it means to be best. Thank you for what you have done to change the little boy's life, and thank you for being here today. Please. Hello.
How are you? Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you again. Isn't that fantastic? Thank you. Great job. There are the kinds of stories I will continue to highlight with the hope that other students, citizens, and organizations will use their talents and resources to help children. Thank you so much. Beautiful job. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Having a good time. Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful.
There we go.
Great job, team. Wow, fantastic.
We're gonna bring it back.
Beautiful. In my time as First Lady of the United States, I will continue to make every effort to promote the many successful well-being and character education programs that exist today. I will continue speaking with and learning from leaders in technology industry in order to raise awareness around the importance of safe and positive online behaviors. I will continue to work with those who are fighting the epidemic and stigma of drug addiction. I will continue to travel and speak to children directly about some of the challenges they face every day. I'm committed to visiting more schools, hospitals, organizations, and companies to promote Be Best, and speaking to children around the country and world about their ideas and concerns. I'm also excited to announce my next international trip. Details are still coming together, but we plan to travel this fall, and I'm very much looking forward to it. In closing, I want to again thank all of you for being here today and for the support each of you have given. There is still much work to be done, but when it comes to the next generation of leaders and citizens, I know we all agree that work still needs to be done. If we listen to our kids, whether it's their fears, interests, ideas, or concerns, we can provide them the support and tools they need to thrive. I ask you again to join me in my commitment to promoting values such as encouragement, kindness, compassion, healthy living, online safety, and respect in our children. My hope is that together we can be best at helping children and families find effective ways to educate themselves and become part of the solution to so many problems and issues facing kids today. Let's join together in recommitting to help children dream big, think big, and do all they can to be best in everything they do. Thank you all for being here today. God bless you, your families, our children, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.